All right, folks, so here we are at Drunken Fiddler Studios in St. Leonard, which is a neighborhood of Montreal where the Italian people live. And this is the control room. It's the live room. It used to be called Cherry Studios way back when, and I was actually here years and years ago on the recording of an album, and it's changed ever since. Now it's run by Joe Herrera, and the studio belongs to Peter Stockola, but it became a production company, and this studio is basically being used by Joe. And I'll show you the bricks, actually. These bricks were custom made, and they're made out of cement, and on the inside you have dampening material, which works really well so you don't get reflective surfaces like gyprock and other caca. This used to be the control room back here, the main control room. That's me. And Joe actually runs things in the old vocal booth in here, which was where I've been recording. That's Joe right there. So basically this is the studio. It's a fairly large studio, and it has acoustic treatment on the walls and the ceilings, as you can see. Also has lots of drum kits. That's Joe's right there. This is another drum kit. Dave Williams was in here helping us out. We actually recorded some scratch tracks using this mic. It's one large diaphragm mic, which was omnidirectional at the time, and picked everything up. Allow us to get some jobs done, and go over and check out the amps here. You got Fender Marshalls, Roland Jazz Chorus on the bottom, Marshall bottom, and then we got another Mesa Boogie bottom over here. And I play through this one when I use the amp. There's a Hartkey 15-inch speaker on the bottom, and I run my Ampeg head into that, and that's about it. And we're not using the studio that much now. It'll be recording drums soon. That's about it. This is the way it goes. So we'll be heading into the control room now, and Joe's going to tell you about what we're using. Joe!
Not bad.
So, tell us about your stuff. What are we doing in here?
Well, this is where we're basically recording everything.
Okay.
Everything is kind of like master control. Today, what did we use? Today we used your Avalon DI.
Yep.
Which sounds superb.
Superb.
Fat Man was giving us a little bit of problems, so we didn't actually use that today, but I'm sure it's just a ground.
The Fat Man must die, yes.
Fat Man was not working, had too many cheeseburgers. And we took a second track out of your Sans amp.
Yeah, for some grit.
For some grit, which I'm in the process of blending now.
And then the F-bass.
And yeah, the F-bass, which is always gorgeous.
Yep.
And basically recorded straight into here, into my RME sound card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using...
what are you using, a Fireface, or which one was it?
Yeah, it's the Fireface 800.
Fireface 800.
And yeah, that's it. And we're using X2, Sonar's X2, which I'm in love with, but gave us a little bit of issue today with those tracks that mysteriously went missing.
Yeah, like the socks in the dryer. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. So that's it. I mean, that's my basic setup.
So what else are we using here on the input stages? I know that you run Focusrite and all kinds of stuff.
I love Focusrite for their warm sound that you can possibly get out of a solid state transistors, and that's just my personal preference, but I love them on vocals.
Right.
Bass is okay. I prefer your Avalon, like, tenfold.
Good DI.
And, yeah, no, big time, good DI. And that's it. I mean, I'm basically using a lot of software, and basically everything else here is just tools. Headphone preamplifier, and just the basic your Duro loudness meters, just so I can make sure all my master mixes are up to date. And
what monitors are we using in here?
These are Adams P11As.
P11A.
One of the clearest monitors I've ever heard for my ears.
Cool.
And I love the fact that I can be in this small space.
It is small in here, by the way. It's about 8 by
8
whatever.
By 8 at best.
It's a vocal booth.
Exactly. And yeah, that's it. So these guys really give me good response for this small room. I mean, I always do my bigger mixes in the live room.
Yep.
In the bigger mixing room. So I mean, we can head there if you want.
What was the plugin we were using today for the compression there at the end?
Oh, I got a free plugin from Waves. It was called Renaissance Bass.
Renaissance Bass.
And it's pretty much. I mean, Phil Collins used it on his throwback album when he did all those old 50s and 60s.
It's fat anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it brings it up. It's nice. I mean, when you get the right frequencies, depending on what you're playing. I mean, I wouldn't use it for metal or anything, but for what we're doing, I think it'll work just fine. It's just a matter of finding that sweet spot.
And Joe uses Shure mics exclusively, right?
I enjoy Shure mics. I find for what I do, depending, the studio gives me a lot of options. But latest stuff that I do, I find that Shure mics give me the flattest and the best sound that I can later manipulate.
Yep.
That's just how I see them. It's because, whether it's acoustic guitars or drums or live cabinets, I find the mics really respond well, and I can easily manipulate them later rather than trying to always find, which mic should I use for this cabinet. It's like, no, just go to your Shure and then just manipulate it after as the sound you want to get after. I mean, that's just how I work.
And you're using Sonar as well, eh? As the platform?
Sonar, yeah.
DAW?
Sonar. X2. So far, I'm still fiddling around with some of the new features because I was a Sonar 7 user. Now I'm an X2 user. And that's it. I mean, so far so good, except for that little hiccup we had today. But that's probably because I didn't read the manual properly, and I'm just running through it by the seat of my pants, like most things.
That's all good. So basically, so far so good. We're running one clean line and one gritty line for the bass, and it seems to be coming out pretty good. And we'll see when the drums are in and everything else is in.
Yeah, that'll be my part. Now I can get to start practicing.
And then after that, we'll do some overdubbing. I think we're going to use some effects and whatever for the bass part. And we'll have a mystery guest who's about to be will be named at some point.
We'll see what he says yes.
Yeah. So that's about that. Anything else, Joe?
I'm good.
Joe's good.
Good.
All right.
I'm totally good.
We're out of here, folks. See you later.
Ciao.